many people subscribe to it. And it come as God just entrusted a little money with me, so I have ability to duplicate currency from nothing to something. So that's how I generated the money. I started with just 17,000 naira. As at that time, I was just a civil servant, a teacher, teaching in government college Kabul. So I used the internet, I generated my own cryptocurrency, and I was able to convert it into real cash. And this money raised to the tune of 12 billion Nigerian naira.
From
so it is from 17,000, which is $50 as at then 2012. So that's how I started. So I have empowered people, and when I did that within a rate of 2 years successfully, without any complaint. I have offices in about 18 states in Nigeria. I have created impact. When we go details, I will tell you what I did. And after I finished a book launch, because I am a writer, I publish many books with SNA publication and Rosedog in United States. So when I published one book, I did a launching in Kafancha in the stadium. That is where the problem started. So politically, I was grounded by the political elite in my local government. Some of them are late now. So they ground me, so they just illegally frozen my account.
Hold on, please. You said the problem started. You are going to tell me what the problem is, because you have not actually narrated the problem. But meanwhile, where is your head office located?
The office is in Kaduna. Number 21 Apollo Christian. That is where.
That's where.
From there I moved to Jos. Number 21 Apollo Christian, Jos. So in Jos, that's where I established it. I established it physically in Jos, then moved to Abuja. As I said, I have offices in about 18 states in Nigeria.
Sorry, before I ask you what the problem is, I want to know, you said you started with 17,000 and you were able to raise the money to
the tune of 12 billion.
How did you do that?
That's why I say it's a wisdom that God has given to me.
But you have to explain.
Yeah, the wisdom is a cryptocurrency. I trade. I'm an online trader. I trade online. I work with ClickBank. ClickBank in UK. ClickBank. We are the one in 2012 that started this Bitcoin that you are hearing. So at that time we used to buy Bitcoin, one Bitcoin for $1. One Bitcoin. Now a Bitcoin is 2.something million. So you can imagine my kind of investment that I did in the past. So during that time I have an ATM card where I can withdraw this cryptocurrency. But the only place where you can withdraw this money is in Manhattan, in the United States, in New York. That's the only place. So, and most people don't know about this invention. So only few of us have this idea. So I take the leverage of it. I come back to my village and begin to develop it. Then I know how to convert it into dollar, then change it to naira, then empower my people. Because I discover my gift is to help people. So that's how I begin to help them. So I started with scholarship, not investment. I give scholarship. Then after that, the parent of this student now came to me that they need to know why am I giving their children scholarship, that they need to know the secret of my success. Then I tell them if they come with a little money, I can put them under my trading platform and it will generate interest for them. So some of the parents begin to bring a little money for me, and every week, every month, I can give them 20%, some 30%, depending on what comes up from the platform. I give them without default, without anybody says they have given me money, or without any complaint rather. So this is what I did. So as you know, good thing attract flies. So many people now begin to subscribe to it. For the sake of 2 good years, no single person that I have defaulted. And I have never defaulted until when they froze the account illegally. The account was frozen because of the crowd. I pulled crowd. So politically, the people in the village, in my village, as I said, I don't know if you permit me to mention name, I will mention name.
Of course, just yes, gradually.
So that's it, Josie. So as I said, when I did there was a problem that happened in my village. It's my tribal meeting. It's a donation program. So you see, senators came and just were giving 500,000. And when I came, I I donated, I remember 20 million. I donated about 50 trucks of cement and sand for the building of our project. It's our community tank. So when I did that, it now brings the eyes of the politicians. So they now say, if they allow this guy, he's going to make us not relevant. So they now connive with the agency, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, specifically the EFCC. They came illegally without getting any expertise from the court. They now came and froze my account without notifying me, without giving me a brief, without inviting me. They froze the account, both my company account, my personal account, and any.
In what year?
That was on the 5th May 2012, specifically. I started my business 2010, so 2012, that was when they froze the account till today.
So what step did you take after that?
Yeah, when they froze the account, I first of all engaged my chief, my first class chief, Agwam Atia. He's late now, Agwam Atia of Zango Kata, Goragan, my own first class chief, Bongon. He was the one that took me to CBN.
Sorry, Bongon is
in Zango Kata, local Gan.
Okay.
Gora, that is my village. It's in Kaduna State. So he took me to CBN. When I met the CBN director, we asked him who closed this account. CBN says it is EFCC Lagos. We now flew to Lagos to now confirm what is it that they say they have seen plenty money in the account, so that they want to investigate to know the source of the money. So that's it.
And they closed
the account before
contacting
me. They froze the account. So when they froze the account, that is when we started investigation. That in their name they claim they are doing investigation. So during that investigation, of course, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, like play, 5 months, I could not service the other people. So it was one arrest or the other. Times they will handcuff me, they will put me in detention 3 weeks, 2 weeks in here. I will enter this cell. I've entered cells, more than 100 cells, as far as Nigeria is concerned, quietly. I will finish, somebody will come and bail me, I will go out, I will go to prison, I will come out. Many humiliations.
Since that
2012 till today. So I will try to explain myself, but they will not understand. In the name of investigation, they say I don't have license, whereas I have the license. They say I don't have bank license, whereas I have the bank license.
What bank license to operate as well?
As a microfinance bank, a single unit. My office is number 5, Kachia Road, Kafancha.
So what other license were you requesting?
Yes, as officially, I'm supposed to have 3 licenses. Banking license to microfinance bank. I'm supposed to have SEC license, Security and Exchange Commission, which I actually applied. I actually applied for SEC security as fund portfolio manager and investment advisor, so that I could be able to have right legally to collect money and trade for them and give them. So that one I applied to SEC, but because other people have failed them, so SEC have kept that one in view. So I was not privileged to have that license. But the CAC, I have it. I have the CAC under the limited liability and have it under cooperative. So I am balanced to do any business. Even with that SEC, you must have a cooperative. You operate for 6 months before they will give you the SEC license after verification.
Sorry, I want to ask, the SEC license, are you permitted to
yes,
do all
do
those things without having obtained the license?
No, you can start by SEC. You can start. They will come and vet to come and do a special if you apply. Okay. So within that month of 6 months, they will screen you. After in 6 months, they will now give you to satisfy you.
Have they inspected you?
No, they have only applied, do the process, pay the money and whatever, process the filing. But they have not inspected me before we just started.
Okay.
We just started
the
process of the license before they froze their account. So okay. I have not done anything illegal or I am out of the law. Besides, what I'm doing is online trading, and I have studied Nigeria law. No law that stops doing someone to do online trading. I have not seen that. So for hence, you can go on the internet to trade.
Okay, I want to ask for, there must be a reason why the police, you said men of the police, right?
The police, yes.
Yeah. Was there any report from any of your clients?
No any report as at that time. No any report as at that time that they have been arresting me. But after I spent like 5 months without paying the people, so people begin to file petition that they have done a contract with me, they have not seen money. So plenty people begin to file petition. Even though after that, so when I see the arrest becoming too much, I now go and call Sam Ocholi, the former minister that died. He was my counsel. Then he now sued the EFCC for infringement of my fundamental human right. And we went there and we fight in the court, and the court granted me as a success judgment that they should go and release the money, release the account and what.
That was
2013. 2013 or 2013. I think the judgment is there. I think 2013 or 2013.
So you got the judgment.
I got the judgment that they should free me and release my account. Yes. They set up a committee with the EFCC to be supervising it and whatever. So we did all this stuff, but yet they did not open the account. And the reason why they did not open the account is one. Between the space that they blocked this account, there was, without my signature or whatever, there was movement of about 180 million naira in Diamond Bank that was moved out. So when they steal this money illegally, because I'm supposed to give a check to sign, so that's the main reason why they did not open this account today.
Do you have anything to talk? They claim
the statement proof. Yeah, the statement proof. Check from 2012. Who signed the debit of 180 and 60 million. 140 in the corporate account, 20 million in my own personal account, Philemon Ibrahim Gora, which is my own personal money. 180 in cash flow ABI Network Limited. Then 20 million from my own account. 160 was taken because the account was frozen. As at that time, they did not give, there was no letter to authorize the bank to open it, to defreeze the account. So when I did that, when I got that judgment, it became a crisis. The bank doesn't want to open to show the statement of account, so it became a serious problem. I now took the case to State House of Assembly, a Federal House of Assembly. It was the head of the House of Assembly, Ogonta, under the petition or whatever, public petition, whatever. He was the one that stand and wrote a letter. In fact, during that time, he even applied, and I was given 2 armed policemen to protect me. So he tried. They took the matter to House of Rep. That is where the EFCC chairman now wrote official letter to defreeze the account. Are you getting me? So when they wrote the letter to defreeze the account, that's another problem came. During that time, several arrests. I was on gunpoint in the bank that I must produce the money that is in the account. Arresting me from there, they did not even allow me to do anything. They now took me to EFCC cell. I spent another 21 days. That is 2017 on November. This 2017. Even when I have the letter to unfreeze this account by the Economic and Financial Crime Commission chairman, given to them by himself. So
the EFCC gave a letter.
The EFCC gave the letter to the bank to defreeze this account. Diamond Bank to defreeze this account. I have the letter and I have everything. I have everything here. Everything I have it here. So the EFCC gave that letter, but they now, because of the money that they have stolen in the account, they don't want anybody to know the secret. Before I know, they went on media that I defrauded 60 million Nigeria. Can you see? They just try to create a scene. If I defrauded 60 million Nigeria, they now politicalize it. In the history of Nigeria, even the president have never gotten that kind of vote. If I get 60 million people, then that means I should be the president of the country, because I have the highest vote based on what they said. So they were just putting stories, so they now just go on public, publish me, fraudster, calling me all kinds of names. I don't want to mention it, it's there. So I just decided to keep quiet, waiting for God's time, or waiting for this opportunity for you to come and ask me to tell you the gospel truth of what happened. I have never defrauded anybody, I have never stolen anybody, I have never worked for any government, I have never done any contract, I have never taken loan from anybody. This money comes from the wisdom that God has entrusted to me, and there is no proof. So when they did that, they begin to go into many criminal cases, filing many things. So me too, I now, with the help of God, I now contacted this lawyer. I said, I need to express myself to the world, let the world hear the gospel truth, because everything I am quiet, because I am grounded, I am broke, my children cannot go to school. Even if I travel out of the country, I have to come back to come back to make sure that I fight for this cause. So I have been fighting this case till today, and this is the beginning.
So this is just beginning. You are just starting now after the last judgment.
After the last judgment, this is the next time that I'm coming out again. But they have gone already to court that they are filing me for criminal case that I'm operating without a bank license. We are in state high court on that one, but this is fundamental. So since that time, this is the second time I am coming out again.
So what are you praying the court?
Yeah, with the damage, with all what you see, the court, they have done to me, several arrests, of course, infringement of my fundamental human right and everything, detention of me and my names and whatever. So I need the court to grant me justice, and all the claim to open, I think all the money that was trapped, let the court give officially for the bank to release that money first, so that let me give the people, the client, their money. Then number two, the federal government have to pay damage of my person.
Is it the federal government?
Of course, it's the federal EFCC. Of course, EFCC are the federal government. EFCC, I'm talking about EFCC. So that's why I summon these 10 billion naira damage of what they have done to me, based on the content of the arrest that they have done to me. So that is just it. That is just my prayer. The prayer is listed in this petition. So if you go through it, you will see that I have explained myself by myself. Yeah. Yeah. What is there? This is the official document that I have perfected.
Pray that you to get what you deserve.
Yes.
By the grace.
Thank you very much.